Okay, let us carry on. What I was saying here. Yes, again, same problem here. Only from the rectangle. From the rectangle, we do have R, which is new rectangle. Okay, let's come back here again. So we do have shape. Shape is interface. Okay, so then we do have integer area and circumference. So then two of them. And in the rectangle, we created area, integer area, which is height multiplied by width, which is here. And circumference also available here, height plus width multiplied by 2, which is the area, circumference. So why do we create like two of them? Because they are coming from the interface. So when we look at our interface, area and circumference are here. So then when we come back here for the form 1, we are creating a rectangle R from the rectangle class, and we do have R width and R height. So then our area added into list box 1. If I can put here list box 1 dot items dot add, in parentheses I can put R circumference as well. Okay, by using our how do you call width and height. So then when we run it, should be no problem. And here is 100 and here is 2. So then area is 200. And the circumference is 100 plus 2 multiplied by 2, which is 204, appears on the screen. Okay, so then logically think about it. What we have done, we have created a rectangle at the moment. Okay, so I will come to this topic later. Rectangle at the moment. So now from the scratch, let us start to create another shape. Okay, so then forget about what we did here. We know we are in the group that we are working, and there is a programmer who created a shape for us, and we are going to use this shape as our base one. So first of all, here is the project. I click a new class, add in a new class, and this time I'm going to have triangle. Okay, and when I just click add button, so as you see, triangle appears. So first step, it is going to be derived from an interface. What is it called? It is called shape. Okay. From shape, I have triangle class. Is good. For triangle, I need to have a few information. For example, integer A, right? For example, integer B, right? For example, integer C. So these are the values that I am just receiving from the user. How am I going to receive from the user? It should be, of course, public to be able to access here. Public. And one more time, public. Next step, I need to calculate triangle area. Do I have to calculate triangle area? No, I don't want. I'm just going to get the text. So I will run it. And as you see, there is an error. Why? There is an error for the triangle. Oh, I am sorry. I have to calculate circumference and area. Why? Because this shape is interface. From interface, without having here area and circumference, I cannot proceed. The developer or project manager created for me this shape, saying that everybody is going to use this shape. We are in the team. Okay, remember that we are going to prepare the team, and somebody is going to prepare our shape interface. The other person is going to prepare their triangle from the shape. Where is it? Project manager send it to us. You understand what I mean? Okay, next step. Let me just carry on with the circumference. Public, because we are going to see the result. Integer. The name is circumference. And open close brackets. And here return. There is a message or not? Let me see. The message is from somewhere else. Okay. So then, sorry. Return A plus B plus C, right? Okay. By the way, sorry, I must just correct one thing. Here, we are not using override because it is already I shape. I mean, it's already interface. From interface, you are not using override because you have to override it. Okay, you don't need to use it. Okay, this is done. What about area? All right, for the area, public integer area. How do you calculate the area for the triangle? You can return. Okay, there is a formula now. There is a formula now for the triangle. If you know the three values, it's long. For example, it's going to be like this. I am sorry to say that, but it's mathematics. A plus B plus C. Okay, divide by 2. All right. But let us not make it return. Let's make it this way. Double W. U is equal to A plus B plus, sorry, A why there is no A here? This. Yes. U is equal to A plus B plus C divide by 2, and after that let me put the another double here as area. Area is equal to U multiply by U minus A, sorry, minus A multiply by U minus B multiply by U minus C, and all of them is in math square root. Okay, don't worry about it. I want to make it like properly. That's why I did this way. And as a result, you are going to return integer part of this was not my intention, but it happened anyway. So at the end of the day, let us just check here. We created a triangle. We do have ABC for 3 values. We have circumferences for the circumference of a triangle A plus B plus C, and we do have area. What is the area? Area is going to be calculated with the formula. We are not mathematician, we don't need to know it, but this is the formula how to calculate the area if you know the 3 edges of the triangle. And at the end of the day, here is the return value of the area. Okay, so this is how you calculate the triangle. So then we have triangle. So in this form, in the button, I'm going to create a triangle now. How am I going to do that? I have triangle T, for example, and I have new triangle. Is good, sorry. So then, do I have T dot A? Of course. What is that? Convert 2 into 32 text box 1 dot text. Secondly, I have T dot B. Convert into 32 text box 2 dot text. Dot C is equal to convert 2 into 32 text box 3 dot text. So then 3 values from the user, I got it, A, B, C. And the next step, what am I going to do? I'm going to show in the list box 1 dot items dot add in parentheses T dot circumference first, and list box 1 dot items, dot items dot add t dot area. This is the second one. Okay. So this is the triangle, how to calculate the triangle. So then we learned what rectangle is. That's why I'm going to close this part to run only triangle. All right. Let me see. Yes, only triangle. So then I'm going to run it. So let's see what's going to happen. There is no error. So here is A. Let's say we have 3, we have 4, and we have 5. Let's see. Circumference 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. Area is 6. 3 times 4 divided by 2 should be like this. Okay. So then, as you see, your program is working properly. Okay. So then let us repeat this part. Logically, what are we going to have? We have a shape interface. Because we just converted from normal class to interface, that's why we didn't change this to I shape. We must think at the beginning to do that way. This is number one. Number two, we do have interface. We have 2 methods in it. Are they public or not? Default value, it's hidden, they are public. The second part we are talking about is rectangle that we created from shape. Without area and circumference, we cannot do it. We have to create it because it's coming from the interface shape. The third one, we do have our values, which is height and width for the rectangle. I put it here. And we created another class here. So for the triangle, we have ABC. Again, we do have circumference and area with the body. Why? Because from the shape, we have to do it. It's interface. Question here, there is no override. Yes, because it's from interface, we don't need to use override. One more question here. Can I create a shape variable? It's an interface, don't forget. Can I create shape S? Is it possible? It is possible, no problem. It's a variable. Can I create shape S is equal to new shape? Think about it. Just remember, because there is no, there are methods, but without any body inside. That's why there is no return value. That's why you cannot create an object from the interface. So then it is impossible. One more thing that I want to say. Look at here when I just start to write shape. Look at the sign here. Look at the sign here. This sign means interface. It is interface. Okay. So then generally look at here. If you start with the capital letter I and something, look at here. All those things are here. I component, I container, I convertible. You see, they are all here interface. You see, they are all starting with the I. That's why it doesn't need to start with the I as I started with without I, no problem, as you see. But logically, to be able to understand between the communication between the, how do you call, the developers, the software developers, generally we started with the I. So now I'm going to create like real shape one more time by using add class. Okay, I can click add class. Don't forget here, you are going to put here I shape at the beginning. Okay, generally I capital, S capital, and shape. All right, when you just click OK, as you see, class I shape appeared. And from here, you can just change it to interface. Okay, this is one way. The second way, you could do the way that I did already. The third way, from the project, you can click, add class. Okay, add class. And can you see here interface? You can see that. When you click interface and you put here, for example, another one, A, another, for example, I another, for example. As you see, you don't need to delete class. You don't need to delete class and put interface instead of it. Immediately, automatically, interface I another came into your screen. Okay, this is how we did all the shapes or interfaces, polymorphism, virtual, abstract, and virtual override, abstract override, and interface itself. Okay, don't forget about it. For the interface, you are not going to use public or private before this method. Secondly, it should be method. Thirdly, when you create, you have to create these methods overridden. without using override word. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? In the text area, I'm just checking, is there any question so far? If there is no question, I will just carry on one more thing. Let us not have a break. I will do code at the end and then we will finish. No problem, no question, no question. Okay, let us carry on then. So for this program, let us summarize everything. And in the button, I'm just going to delete everything. I mean, not delete, make it like comment line. So there is nothing in our button. Okay, it's not working. So let us summarize. We do have shape. It's an interface, area, circumference. From shape, we do have rectangle, height and width we got. And we do have area and circumference, normal way that we calculate. Triangle, we do have circumference and area, and we need 3 values for this triangle. So everything is okay. So let us start now. Let us start another thing. So then these are just 2 examples to show you this eye shape and eye another. So in button, I'm going to write some codes. What is shape? Shape is an interface, as you remember. And what am I going to do? I'm going to create an array for the shape. So for this array, what am I going to do? I put S as a name. And new shape. And I am saying here 3 objects. Is that possible? So as you see, I am not creating an object for the S. I am creating an array, and this array has 1, 2, 3 shape. Shape is interface. 3 parts to be able to put some shape in it. Okay. For example, now it's coming for S0. What am I doing now? I have an S in the 0th position. I'm going to put an object. What object you want to put? I want to put a triangle there. New triangle. You understand what I did? Here S0 has 1 triangle. So S1, equal to new, for example, rectangle. S2, I am putting here new, another rectangle. I could put something else, no problem. Do you understand what I mean? I did here. I do have S0 of triangle. I do have S1, which is rectangle. I do have S2, which is also rectangle. So I have 1 triangle, 2 rectangles in my S value. So let us look at, I'm not going to put any value from the outside. So what is this? This is rectangle. It has height and 5 as a value, as a default value. I can change it, as you may remember. What about triangle? We do have A, B, C. Let's put the default values 3, 4, and 5. Okay, these are default values. I don't want to play with the text boxes. That's why I just put it here. So I created a triangle object and put it in S0. What is S0? Is a shape, an interface. I created a rectangle. It has height and width. It has the default values. So then I created all those things. Now you may remember, is S here an array? Yes, it's a shape array. So you remember for the array we could use for each. Remember this? For each. So what was the type? For each shape, remember, for each shape, item in S. You can say X or item or whatever. What are you understanding here? We have some shapes. Where in S, but we call it X in our loop at the moment. What you want to do? I want to put listbox1 dot items dot add. Inside, I want to put X dot area. Do you understand what I'm doing? So then in the list box, I'm going to put as zeros area. In the second, I am put rectangles area and the third rectangles area. Let me run it and see what's going to happen. You see? Remember 3, 4, 5. These were the default values for the triangle. And the area of the triangle is here. Area of the rectangle is 50. Area of the rectangle is also 50. Do you understand what I mean? So then what have I done? I just use in the array, but different objects in the array. Understand? So then I put the areas here, but think about this. If you put here picture 1, picture 2, picture 3, so then 3 different objects. And in those pictures, picture 1, picture 2, picture 3, can you be able to put shape of triangle, shape of rectangle, shape of the other rectangle? You can, because those values, that shapes, you can just find it very easily from the internet and put it as a picture. Or can you draw these triangle, rectangle information? Remember our previous classes? I showed you, I did teach you how to draw a triangle. I did teach you how to draw a rectangle as well, right? Remember, drawing class, library that we were using that part. Okay? Okay, so then this is all that I did teach you today in the lecture. Now I will show you one more thing, and after that I will do Kahoot and finish the class. So what is that? One more thing. So let me put another button here to not play the same button all the time. So here is the button 2. Because I'm just going to focus on one important thing here. So what is it? Integer A. What do you understand when we say integer A? We understand A is an integer value and A can have 3, for example. A can have 4, for example, or 40, or 300, or this, not this, sorry, or this. Okay, so some value, it's also not this. Okay, some value which is integer is going to go into A. What about double? Double B. What do you understand? So then B is equal to 3.567. Say 564. Okay. Or B is equal to, or something like this, something like this. Is it possible? Yes, because they are double. This is how we work with the integer and double. And what about char? Char letter, for example. So then what's going to happen? Letter is going to equal to capital A, for example. Okay. Or letter is going to equal to question mark, because it's a letter, right? At the end of the day. So as you see, this is how to make the letter. What about bool? As you know, like true or false. Okay. These are what you did. So what about object? Have you heard about it? Object O. Object thing, for example, things. If you say object things, can we say things is equal to 5? Is it possible? Let's see. List box 1 dot items dot add in parentheses. Let's put things. Let us run it and see. Button 2, right? Oh, 5 is okay, no problem. Okay, instead of 5, look at here. Look at here. I'm just going to write one more time. This time I say things is equal to a name. Oh, it's a string now. Now there will be a problem. There was a 5, now it is a text. And put it into list box. Let's see. Button 2. Oh, I see. I can put sometimes integer, sometimes string. What about to put here one letter, question mark, for example? Or what about to put here a floating number, 3.655? What about to put here true or false value? 3. What can I see? Oh, I could use everything. So let us understand one thing here. If we create a variable which is object variable, then you're welcome. You can use it like we can say like it's a common variable, which is object variable. Okay? Do you understand what I mean? So then if you would say integer things only, look at here, all of them has problem, you see? If you say, sorry, I would like to use double, then look at here, the others are having problem. If you say, for example, string, and as you see, the others are having problem except this one. But if you see object, so then it's object variable. So you can put anything you want into things. Just to tell you these things because you may use it for some time in your life. Okay, it's important variable type also. So the question is coming now. The question is coming now. So for our program, what is the base class for the rectangle? It is shape, right? What is the base class for the triangle? It is shape. For example, if I write something like this, class, and I put here square, and I create a square class. Can I make this square class from rectangle? Is it possible? Father, son, and another grandson. You see, it is possible. Question, what is the base of square? It is rectangle. What is the base of rectangle? It is square, shape. It is shape. Question, what is the base of shape? So you must say a word. Okay. In C#, in most of the object-oriented programming languages, in C#, shape is a class. Every class is created, is derived from the main object class, which is object. So then this is our main class. So then all classes are created from the object class. For example, when you just write here, things, look at here. This equals get hashcode get type to string. These 4 methods are coming. If these 4 methods are coming for the things, how do they come? It should come from the class, right? Don't forget, I'm not talking about this object, okay? It should come from one class, one main class, one, how do I say, like the father class. So the root, the basic one. The basic one is called object class, okay? So then every class is derived from the object class. So then, in other words, for example, I create a class here, and I say here it is new class. Okay, so it is a new class, and I don't write anything here. Okay, I don't write anything here, but even if you don't write anything here, it is derived from object class. Writing or not writing here, it is hidden here. How do I say? Object class is the fathers of father on top. So from object class, all class are derived. So then that's why, for example, here in this shape class, do we have a method which is toString? Did I write here integer to string? Did I write here? No, oh, not integer, sorry, void, for example. Void. Did I write here void toString? No, right? I don't need to write. So what am I doing here? Even if I don't write here, in the form, when I create something, look at here. Sorry. I create a triangle. All right. And T dot, can you see toString here? Remember, triangle doesn't have toString. Triangle is from shape. Shape also doesn't have toString method. Who has toString method? Object class has toString method. You understand what I mean? Object class has toString method. That's why we can see it here. This toString is coming from the base class object to shape, from shape to triangle. That's why we can see it here, that toString. Like this, we can see in total 4 methods: get type, get hash code, and equals. These 4 of them is coming from the object class. So then the base of all classes is called object class. Because of that, this, I mean, related to that, we can say this object data type is the data type for every single variables. Okay, so let me see. Can we use var? Yes, var is also variable. Object is okay. Var is variable. Taras, I'm answering your question now. Let me just stop sharing the screen and answer your questions if you have. So first of all, we can use var. For example, integer is a variable. For integer, we can use integer value. Double is a variable. You can use double value. You can use var as a variable type to put anything inside. You must be careful. If you want to, for example, triangle. Triangle is an object, right? Triangle is an object. So when you say new triangle, you would like to put in an object variable. So that's why object covers var. So then this is what, how can I explain? Can you explain what those parameters do in button 2 object sender event args? So then, Diorbek, this object sender. So then when you do click, when you click in button 2, there are 2 parameters coming, like event args is a class that you are creating from. Let me explain the other way. Okay, let me explain the other way. Well, hold on a sec. As so these 2 objects, object sender. When you click, let me no. Okay, let us not explain now. It's going to be confusing. Okay, let's because these sender and event args are different classes, and from those class we are just creating variables. And when you do click, it's an event operation, and this click operation, they are keeping some information about your behavior for the button. Okay, so that's why it's difficult to explain now. All right. Yeah, that's why don't worry about this. Leave it this object sender and event args at the moment. So then use as it is now, because we didn't learn how to create events yet. Okay. Okay. Any other question? For now, it's confusing. Later on, maybe it's going to be clear. Any other question? Do you have any other question so far? Okay, so next week I'm going to make a Kahoot. Don't worry, don't leave the meeting yet. I will make a Kahoot. Next week we are going to talk about try catch. How is it called? Exception handling. Okay. Next week we are going to talk about exception handling, and depending on time we are going to talk about file operation. Okay. So then if you finish all of them, we can just be ready for all our subjects, for all our projects. Okay, try catch. Try catch is not confusing. Confusing is the other part. All right. So let me just share the screen for the Kahoot. Be ready for the Kahoot. And after that, we are going to run away. Share Kahoot. Yes. Join quickly, please. Ready? Ready. How come? How come there are 40 people online and 50 people attend? You are so clever. You are clever than me. Okay, simple question. What will you see on the screen? These first answer 1 and 2, the first answers, they are not in class, right? Well done, well done. Okay, who is winner? Okay, well done. Who is that? I don't know. Fair. And the best? Okay, so let me stop sharing. And yes, do you have any question? Well done, well done. Well done, all of you. Good. Easy question. Yes, 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 yes. Easy question. Okay. But anyway, so then my intention, as you know, for the Kahoot to take your attendance. Logically think about it. On the corner, it says that, I mean, in the list, there are like 40 people, but the attendance are like 50, 51. So then I understand who is here, who is not here. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Let me stop the recording, and I'm just going to share this video in YouTube. Okay. One more thing.